Now, let's get started. Unfortunately, these kind of stories we've talked about over the past few weeks, and yet people wondered why there needed to be demonstrations being held because of femicide. Now, a man accused of murdering his girlfriend in the US and fleeing to Kenya has escaped from police custody in Nairobi. Mr. Kevin Adam Kinyanjui Kang'ethe slipped out of Muthaiga police station and hopped onto a matatu and disappeared, police said. Do these things happen in other countries? Because
other countries or in Africa?
You have to start by asking yourself why he ran home.
Why?
His first instinct was to run home. You kill someone,
Yeah.
your first instinct is to run home. It's because he thought that justice would not be served here. And so far, he's been proven right. Everything about that story, not a single thing adds up. Anyone who's ever been to any police station will tell you, you don't just walk in and out. There's people at the gate. There's people at every entrance. There's everywhere. There's police officers everywhere. The statements from the police officers don't match up to like the kiosk guys and the people who are around. They said this guy was making a brisk jog. He was not even like running away. And those two people pursuing him. Ata wangeambia wamtege wangemtega na wampate. Nothing about this makes sense. I think he knew exactly why he came home, and whatever has gone on that's fishy there, we need to get to the bottom of it.
First of all, Maria moja kuchileo mvulana Mluya juu umetumia tu tega mara tatu kwa sentence moja unprovoked.
Ndiposa.
Yeah, ndiposa kwa minajili ya yeah, but I think there's one thing he's actually running away from, being extradited. Not being extradited, being arrested in the US because he knows that it's very hard to actually escape the long sentences that they actually give. Even Colombian drug lords would actually fear being extradited, or laws being introduced that they would be extradited and be charged in the US. So he exactly knew what was going down, simply because the long sentences and who are you going to actually bribe? Because in the US there's only Mark Rich, the only man who bypassed the system, and he made sure that his name was on the list of presidential pardon even after doing drugs and dealing in drugs for so many years. So in Kenya, it's such an embarrassment for for our policemen, simply because mulikuwa mshamshika and he's on red alert Interpol for that murder offense. And as Mariam has said, ni kitu alikuwa shapanga, premeditated, because he made sure allegedly he had the body in the vehicle, akafika kwa airport, parked, then took a flight home. He had the dates calculated to the last day. So I just feel like it's such an embarrassment to the Kenya police.
I think is that it depends with the police station, because it's Muthaiga. Ingekuwa any other police station inge happen, because it seems Muthaiga kuna kuanga na ile break time. Maybe aliambaniaje, hebu utaota jua kidogo and then si ndio ile mat. Because mimi ningekuwa dere ningemwambia sunipe yangu nisongeshe mbele, because right now ujamaa anaonekana ako Machakos. So maybe en route to Tanzania, en route to Mombasa, we don't know. Maybe another vacation before the US.
Maybe he's going to turn himself in.
No, I mean, it stinks of an inside job. And Mariam is right. I don't know why she sounded like she's well versed with these police stations. I don't know what happens to her.
Kukaa na watu Kilimani sana inaku affect.
No, but it just doesn't make sense. She's right, Aseli. You know, when you're going into the cells, there are cops there, there are cops right outside, there are cops at the gate, there are cops everywhere in the compound. And I've not been to the Muthaiga police station. Is it busy?
Si tuende huko.
I
feel like
maybe kuna lounge huko kameko kwa lounge.
Big lap.
Let me tell you, so I lost my phone last week, and so I go to the police station. And so he asks me, Madam Kona Bairo. And I don't know, the faith that I had.
See, serikali ya digitally.
Uptown one, because I was like, oh, these ones maybe they.
Indio wanajua.
Lakini Amina, mbona hauna Bairo? Unajua saa zingine I look at you and I'm like, Bairo ni kitu ya kukosa kubeba kwenda police station.
But you can imagine the shock. You can imagine that. And I was like, what do you mean, sir? What do you...
The fact that the paper that you print your OB on, that already tells you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Why do they do that though? Like, this is how you get your OB, right? Like, so I got my OB. We were two people. They were like, one was given.
Gawaneni.
No, now the cop rights. But what was that? Is that just how standard? No,
Gawaneni
the stamp didn't have ink. But anyway, he was a kind police officer. They did help me, but they were kind. So
but Kenya seems to have a problem with printers na printing papers. Ndio maana kidogo IDs na nini zimechelewa. So you can't blame the police station. Kama ikiwa immigration imeshindwa kupata papers jamani.
It's a digital government. I mean, they say it's a digital government, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, they were not digitized, not that station.
Tutaanza kulipa pesa yetu pale eCitizen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sawa basi. Now, I'd like to call on